Volkner is the last gym leader in the Sunny Shore gym. He is considered to be the most challenging out of other gym leaders. Because of this, he's not that excited to battle the player as he considers most trainers weak. Volkner doesn't want to stay in the gym as he says he's done renovating. The gym, as you see in the games, contains lots of puzzles and machines that he made. But Volkner is known to use electricity way too excessively. Maybe that's where he got his yellow spiky hair from. Not to mention, Volkner looks like the character Minato from Naruto. Just like most confident gym leaders, Volkner just wants to have battles that thrill him, not on those who are less skilled. He has a pretty unusual team in Diamond and Pearl. Obviously he has a Luxray and Raichu, but the other two Pokemon are not what we expected. First is an Octillery, a single-typed water Pokemon. He owns this for all those ground-type users that want to one-trick defeat Volkner. It knows not only Bullet Seed, which is a grass-type move, Octillery could also use the powerful Charge Beam move, in Electric-type. And this is the TM Volkner gives you after you defeat him. The last Pokemon in his team is Ambipom, who knows Shockwave and Baton Pass. I'd imagine he had a Magnezone or an Electivire, which can be a very good combination for all those in his team. Volkner did change his team in Pokemon Platinum though, to a Jolteon and Electivire. The anime preferred to showcase this team instead of the one from Diamond and Pearl. And this was never done in the show's Sinnoh arc before. His name is Volkner, coming from Volt, and that is electricity. Next is Volker, meaning defender or people's guard. This is true as Volkner is the 8th gym leader and the last one battled before the Elite Four, and is guarding it before trainers go there. The voice actor of Volkner was the same as Chorus from Unova, who is also an electric type user. Volkner also has an odd connection to Jasmine, whom you may recognize from Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal. They're both electric type gym leaders with cities that contain lighthouses. And both Volkner and Jasmine appear for the first time in the game at these areas. Both of them were having problems at the time. Jasmine's Ampharos was ill, and Volkner caused the citywide blackout and felt very unhappy. He's the only Sinnoh gym leader to use seals, which are attachments to Pokeballs, and they create this sort of effect every time you send the Pokemon out. Volkner's seals were attached to Electivire, which created a blue cloud effect. The Elite Four member Flint is a close friend to Volkner. They're seen in a tag battle with Flint also using seals on his Magmortar. If this Pokemon is sent out at the same time as Electivire, it looks cool. When they were both kids, these two were initially rivals, but became a team together. As soon as you enter Sunny Shore City, Flint is run into, where he says to give Volkner such a good battle that it will reignite his passion. Flint is trying to help his friend who just doesn't find battles fun anymore. Which is why Volkner wants to challenge the Elite Four instead of staying inside Sunny Shore Gym, so that he could face actual tough trainers. And speaking of this, it's hinted that Volkner took on the Unova Pokemon League, though he does appear in Pokemon Black and White 2 World Tournament. Elite Four member Chantal said his first greeting was if she knew Thunderbolt. After the battle was done was when she remembered his name. Thunderbolt move, though he never uses it in Diamond and Pearl, is the top reason why Volkner got so immersed in electric type Pokemon. He mentioned that in the resort area of Pokemon Platinum. It would be cool to see if Volkner was actually a part of the Elite Four alongside Flint. Maybe it would be too simple if you have a ground type Pokemon, cause half the Elite Four would be defeated already. Throughout the anime, Volkner battled Pokemon posters in Sunny Shore City streets. When he became gym leader, he was more interested in technology rather than battling, and distanced himself from it. Volkner became more empty to the point he dared Flint to punch him. Eventually, Volkner built walkways, solar panels, and even the Sunny Shore Tower. Imagine if this tower was in the game though, it would look nice. Inside could be like trainer battles getting harder as you get to the top, and the top could either be Volkner or Cynthia. That would be too crazy though. Volkner's main strategy in battle was to keep his opponent at a close range to deal the most damage. Raichu was Volkner's very first Pokemon and is always outside of the Pokeball. Though this was his first Pokemon, he never actually used it in a lot of Pokemon battles throughout the anime. But it was used in most of his teams in the main games. Raichu is always in the front. Meanwhile, this special Rotom form was used to defeat Ash's Gengar. Some fans say that Volkner and Cyrus share a correlation. Cyrus also grew up in Sunny Shore, but had different ways of living. His grandfather mentioned Cyrus preferred to be isolated and with gadgets. He wanted a perfect world with no emotions or attachments, just like a machine. Although he is similar to Volkner in that he felt empty, Volkner wanted to feel emotions instead of denying it. And Cyrus never got his passion reignited while Volkner did through the trainer battle. And that's the story of Volkner, the gym leader who didn't just light up Sunny Shore City, but also showed us sparks of change. What's your take on his journey and connections to other trainers? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. See you in the next video.